Configuring control panel options part 2. We know how to access control panel and PC settings. We have to go back and talk a little more about some additional options that we can find over there. The most important one is administrative tools. If you want to know one thing from this section, it is administrative tools, a really important place for every engineer, and if you want to know how to manage a Windows 10 device. We go back to our test virtual machine, and of course will ask me anything. Sure, please show me administrative tools. Please note it shows, okay, you can always go to control panel and find it. That's fine, I can access it from here. Yes, there is no magic behind this option. It is just a list of shortcuts, things that Microsoft has prepared for you, and you can access all important options from one place. Administrative tools and a really long list of options that you can go for. Of course, we'll not talk about all of them, but I will show you maybe 2 or 3 things that are really important. One of them is services. One tip, well, if you have a virus, this is something that you can verify, because in most cases, if you have a virus, there is a service, there is something that is running in the background for it, and will start with your operating system, because this is what services are designed to do. You can configure them to start automatically with your operating system. So if you have a virus, there is a chance that one additional option has been added and you have to get rid of it. Here you can see, for instance, Bluetooth, okay? And we can see that we have some services for Bluetooth. We have services for wireless, for all options that are available in Windows 10. Please note, some of them say status running. This means they're up and running. Some of them startup type is manual, which means you have to start them if needed. Of course, you can tweak all these options, and if you want a service to be started automatically, you can change it. For instance, DHCP client. It is a very good example because I can cover DHCP straight away. DHCP stands for Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol and allows your PC to receive an IP address from a server automatically. This means that your Windows 10 PC is a DHCP client and you go to a DHCP server to receive an IP address. In most cases, your DHCP server is your router, or in many cases, if you have a small company, you have a dedicated server, for instance, Windows Server 2016. Long story short, if you want to receive an IP address automatically from a DHCP server, you need a service called DHCP client. And please note, it says running. What's more, it shows you what this service is all about. A great way to learn and identify what this service is designed to do. When you double click or right click and go to properties, you can decide if this service should be started automatically, or you want to start it by yourself, or you can disable it completely. Please note, you can always stop this service, pause or resume, a lot of options. What's more, there are some additional options like logon, recovery and dependencies, because sometimes it is not enough for one service to be started. Sometimes you need a list of services, like let's say 5 or 6 services to be started first, and then something else can be started. So this is what you can find in this tab over here, and it is going to show you what has to be up and running for this service to be available for you. As you can see, a lot of interesting options and things that you can play with. Again, administrative tools is a collection of shortcuts that you can access if you want to manage your Windows 10 device. One more option that I want to show you is computer management, a really important option as well that people use every day to manage Windows. Well, it's not only 10, but it was in Windows 7, 10 and so on. Again, you double click and Windows 10 will open it for you automatically. You don't have to find it in control panel and in some other options. It is over here for you straight away. Here we go. What's more, you can manage your own PC or you can open another PC from here. Please note you can right click and say connect to another computer. A really handy option if you want to manage a PC that is in your network. Computer management is a snapping that allows you to manage a lot of important aspects of your device. You have task scheduler, which allows you to schedule a task. You will see a few options available straight away. But let's say you're going away, you're going on holiday, yeah? And you want to make sure that your PC plays a video clip every day around 5 p.m. to pretend somebody is at home. Here we go. You can create a task and open a video clip every day. Event Viewer allows you to view really important logs and messages that your PC has been collecting for you. And in Event Viewer, if we open it over here, you will see we have Windows logs. This is what you're really after. We have application, security, setup, system, and forwarded events. Please make sure that you memorize these names for your exam. Of course, application logs apply to applications that are running. Security applies to things that are related to, let's say, your logon process, to things that are important to your security. Setup and system, it's pretty easy to identify what you can find in every single option. Of course, you can imagine, and it is true, you will find a lot of logs in every single place. It will take a while for Windows to collect all these logs and show them to you, but this is what you can find. I means information, that's good. It is something that Windows wants you to know about, and if you see anything in red, this indicates an error, something that went wrong, and you should verify it. Yeah, please note in security you can see logon, special logon, so you can see something has been happening in the security area. Okay, and system is really everything else that you can imagine when it comes to system messages and things that you should be aware of. I recommend you open your own event viewer and view your logs. You can find a lot of interesting things over there. And sometimes when your PC crashes, Event Viewer will show you what went wrong. And it is a good thing because you can identify, okay, it was a driver of my sound card, it was a driver for my mouse, and so on. In many cases, Event Viewer will show you what went wrong and, of course, will help you fix this problem. I hope you're okay with all these options. I know it is a lot of things to memorize, but again, the good thing is you can open Windows 10 and play with all these options. We'll need one more lecture to talk about control panel and especially File Explorer options.